Next question is from Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman. Oh my god, y'all, Morgan Freeman is watching my videos. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm pretty sure this is not Morgan Freeman, but like, he does have some really nice hair. He could just be perusing the YouTubes for haircut tips, but I'm sure he's not really like doing twist outs anytime soon. Mr. Freeman says, whenever I do my 2-strand twists, okay, so maybe he does do twist outs. I blow dry my hair to help them stretch and hang, but I'm afraid of heat damage. What should I do? If you're doing 2-strand twists often and you're blow drying your hair with heat, it could lead to heat damage and you could be stressing your hair out and causing excessive breakage. But what you can do if you are going to continue doing this is to not use heat. Find yourself a blow dryer that has a cool air setting. The only times that I've blow dried my hair was with a blow dryer that had a cool air setting. And you can use the tension method, which means taking your hair, pulling it and drying it as you stretch it out manually. I'll link a video. It won't be my video because I haven't done a video on this, but I'll link a video on the tension method below so you can go ahead and check that out and maybe avoid some damage you might be getting from blow drying your hair with heat all the time. So the next question is coming from Sincerely Naudia. Hey girl, she says, why did you start a channel? That's a nice quick question. This is a good question. I started a channel for a couple of reasons. I didn't really see myself in YouTube, and what I mean by that is I didn't really see too many chocolate brothers out here, okay, with thick hair. I had gone through myself a whole journey where I had learned a lot about how to take care of my natural hair, and I wanted to be able to come on and teach people who had thick hair and people who had brown skin and people who were also male to take care of their hair as well. Also, I was really inspired by one of my friends, Hannah, also known as the Quirt Queen, who I did a 3-minute natural hair challenge with, which I'll link in the description. I'll link her channel as well. Yo, my description today is going to be full of just links. Yungin asks, do hair growth pills work? I've never tried hair growth pills, but I do think that the appeal in hair growth pills is that like they promise hair growth. I don't think that's necessarily something that can be promised. The way hair growth pills work, I think, is that they pack in nutrients that are good for hair growth, but only if you are deficient in some of those nutrients are those hair growth pills going to even do something for you. So I can't myself say that they'll work for you. So that's something that you can try, and that's something that I can try, and we might have different results because you might be getting based off of your diet, based off of what you do with your hair, and also based off of genetics and how fast your hair grows genetically. We might have different results. I'll actually link, here I go linking another video, but I'll link another video in the description that tells you all about the genetic components of growing out your hair, and also how you can help grow your hair with what you do in terms of your regimen, and also how sort of like your diet and supplements may contribute to hair growth as well. So there's 3 things there. There's genetics, your regimen, and supplements and nutrients. Alright, so I'm moving on to Instagram questions. I got a lot of questions there as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get through them. I don't want this video to be like extra long because the first question comes from Skylar Williams. What's up? What's good? What is the longest time you have taken to do your hair? And do you sleep with a bonnet to protect your hair? 8, almost 10 hours. And that was when I first started doing mini twists, and this is before I had shaved sides, so I had more hair to do. It was in college, so all of our classes were filmed, and you could go back to this thing called lecture capture, and you could rewatch your classes. So I would, as I watched my classes over and over and over again as a form of studying, I would sit there and I would twist all my hair and I would do that for like 8 to 10 hours. And while that took me very long, you know what I mean? You best believe them grades was tight. So yeah, 8 to 10 hours. It's excruciating, but you know, find something to do while you're doing your hair and time goes by very quickly. And yes, I do sleep with a bonnet. I actually sleep with multiple things on my head. First, put my satin scarf around my head, and then on top of that, I go in with like a satin bonnet. So there's like double protection there. The satin bonnet has like an elastic band that really nicely cups my head, and so I just feel like it's added protection because sometimes that scarf be playing games and it'd be like wanting to play hide and seek in the middle of the night, and I'm like, it falls off my head and it hides underneath the bed somehow, and I'm like trying to find it, and it's just too much, you know what I mean? The next question is from EP_vintage. They say, do you get single strand knots, and what do you do to prevent them? And if you can't prevent them, do you cut them or ignore them, etc.? So I really don't have too much experience with single strand knots. I don't even know how to answer this question because I don't really experience them. So maybe I'll go ahead and research single strand knots, and then I'll maybe do a video on all the ways you can prevent them after I learn a bit about them. I don't want to go ahead and make a video not knowing much about what single strand knots are. So let me do some research and I'll get back to you. The next question is from official_innocent. They say, what do you dislike, hate about your hair? I love my hair. Like, I think people assume that like when you have natural hair, there's going to be something that you don't like about your hair because it is super dense, right? Especially me, I have like super thick hair. Sometimes it like takes a long time to detangle. Maybe that's something. I don't like detangling, but that doesn't mean I don't like my hair. I love my hair. I love the way that I can do so much with it. Braid outs, twist outs, braids, twists, mini twists. I can cornrow it, put designs in it, beads, can leave it in a wash and go state. There's just so much that you can do with your natural hair. You can cut it. It's all pretty cool. I see no reason to dislike my hair. So I don't know. Sorry, I guess I like my hair. Next question comes from _ria.rose_. What's your hair type? So I don't have a singular hair type. My hair has various hair types mixed all up in there. I always give the answer. My hair ranges from closer to 3C in the front, and it gets really, really curly as you go back. So it's like 3C to like 4B. The next question is from Black Bohemian with the A in black. A V, okay, a V. Trey cool, yo, Trey cool. They say, first, you are my hair goes, heart emojis, heart eyes emojis. What did I just say? Thank you, I appreciate that. How do you get such thick hair? I have no problem with length retention, but my fro just isn't voluminous enough. Sai, is it genetics? Share your secret. Ooh, this is funny. I actually do think it's genetics. The amount of hair follicles you have per square inch of your head is, I think, a genetic determined thing. I don't think you can like magically grow follicles. This is why it's so important to like take care of your edges, because if you put too much stress on your edges and you rip out your hair follicle, you done. Like, you ain't got no, you can't grow that back. I think that you can definitely wake up dormant follicles so that the follicles that are already there that aren't really producing hair, or maybe you're shedding hair from those follicles super quickly, you can wake those up. Do scalp massages really gently with maybe some oil, some really good nourishing oil like grapeseed oil, for example. You can also try to decrease shedding by protective styling, so that you retain more of your hair strands. But you can retain some of that hair if you protect the style and you moisturize and you protect your hair at night. The next question on Instagram is from ruvvianndrewss. Hey girl, hey, I know who you are because you comment all the time, you're showing love, so what's up? Do you plan on doing any meetups? And totally love you. You know, this is actually a question that I've gotten a couple of times, and I feel so weird about it because I don't even feel like I'm anybody. Like, I'm like, if I do a meetup, will people even come? Like, if I were to do a meetup, I need to know something from you all. One, where would you all want that meetup to be? So give me like a place on the West Coast, a place on the East Coast, and a place in the South. I'm open to ideas, okay? And if I were to have a meetup, how many of you all would even go? Like, I know ruvvianndrewss is gonna be there, but how many more people are gonna actually want to show up? Because I actually do want to meet you all. I think y'all are all lit, and we could have a really fun time at a meetup. So go ahead and comment below where and if you would even go. The next question is from opticalgram. What is your go-to hairstyle twists? I didn't even have to finish that question to answer. It's twists. I love twists. I think they're so easy. They're less involved than braids are. They're so easy to touch up. If you're looking a little, you know, a little haggard, a little jacked up after you wake up and you take off the scarf and you're like, dang, these twists are getting a little old, you can in 5 minutes just twist it, retwist a couple around the perimeter, throw them back into a bun, and you look just as good as you did when you first put the twists in. So twist, I really like them. The next question is from James D5734. What's up, James? How did you make your natural curly hair look so curly? Were you born with this hair? Did you use a perm or something? How can I make my hair look like yours? I get this question also a lot. The hair that's on my head is the hair that I was born with. My hair has always been this curl pattern, or these curl patterns, because my hair has various curl patterns and textures. So many people have accused me, it's been so scary sometimes the way people do it, accused me of like putting in a texturizer or a perm or some other chemical, I don't know, altering product. But I have literally done nothing to my hair but moisturize it. I put water in my hair as often as possible. I think it's important to hydrate your hair. If you do have a natural curl pattern, water is good at activating that curl pattern. I make sure I'm putting oil on top of that to keep that water in there to maintain the curls. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything that I think is making my hair curlier permanently. So yeah, that's pretty much it.